favorite place in the whole wide world. We're at the casino. Are you gonna win big?
Hey guys, welcome back. We're coming to the end of our stay here at Tombstone Territories. It's been an amazing time. What started as a week has turned into a month. It's just an absolutely amazing RV park. So we wanted to talk to you today a little bit about what we've learned, because this past month has been a learning experience. We've learned so much in so many different ways, and so if you're new to this lifestyle, hopefully you get a few ideas. If you've been full-timing for a while, maybe it'll help you reevaluate some things.
Or give us some newbies some good tips.
Or that.
So in this lifestyle, I think our number one thing to learn is to slow down still. We've been in a new area all the time, and we feel anxious to get out there and explore and do this and do that. There's so many activities and things to see. We kind of feel like we have to constantly be on a go type schedule. So we're still trying to learn how to kind of slow our roll, hunker down, and just, enjoy being here as a family without having to run out the door every 5 seconds.
To go along with that, you really need to find what works best for you and what kind of lifestyle you want to live. If you want to go, that's perfectly fine. But for us with 2 kids, we need to develop a schedule. We need to get into a routine for their school and that kind of stuff. Grocery shopping, all that kind of thing. You don't want to treat it as a vacation, which I think for a while we were doing too much. And we may have said that before, but we did develop a schedule, and we've been trying to stick to that. It's not always the easiest thing, because you have something scheduled and it's a cruddy day, and so you switch everything around. But find what works best for you and the lifestyle that you want to live. So along with your daily schedule, planning out food and planning out activities in advance, planning out campgrounds in advance. We're trying to get over to Phoenix to see some family, and we're finding it very difficult to find a non-55 plus resort in the Phoenix area so we can visit family. But figure out what works best for you and learn from your experiences as you go through and you get more time under your belt. So along with your daily schedule, plan out your activities, plan out your travel days, plan out where you're staying. One thing that we have learned is that we still grocery shop like we're living in a house, where you have a big fridge and leftovers start piling up and you keep on going to buy food. And with this lifestyle, you want to try to live simply and enjoy your time and that kind of stuff. So I think trying to cut back on some of that unnecessary travel to stores and unnecessary trips to shopping places for clothes. And when you're close to things, you kind of stay in that mindset of your daily life of living in a house.
Yeah. So that's part of our learning process too, is that we're trying to not do so many of the normal things that we were used to doing it when we lived back in Minnesota. And it's not easy. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow process, especially when you're used to having all the, the finer things in life. I think one of our goals is to become minimalist and eventually, have just the basic things. But it's kind of hard with kids right now, because they need their electronics and their phones and like 20 million hoodies and 50 million pairs of socks.
And it's also difficult when you're, we're by Tombstone, so you go to Tombstone and you see all the stores that they have, where they have all their hoodies and t-shirts and boots and hats. As you saw, Brady and I got some new apparel. But it's this lifestyle is supposed to be more about enjoying your time as family and enjoying the outdoors, and at least that's how it is for us, and we're still trying to learn how to accomplish that better. So as Michelle said, we're still trying to learn how to be minimalists. You need to be flexible with yourself. You need to be flexible with how your lifestyle is going. It is going to be a learning experience. Things will take time. takes time to change, it takes time to get out of bad habits of sitting on your phone or playing video games, or all that kind of stuff, or spending your evenings watching TV versus being outdoors. So be flexible, roll with the punches, as they say, so that you can figure out what works best for you.
With being flexible, I think it's important to let you know too, if you're new to this lifestyle, that sometimes, if you're in an RV campground, you may have to move a spot over, like you saw in our last video. We did that because we had those long-time folks coming in. So that being said, it means you kind of have to get all your stuff packed up again, not all of it, but most of it, so you can move over. So if you're not flexible or up to that, it's just something for you to keep in mind, that is something that could happen.
And for us, it was, we originally were only going to stay a week, so they put us in a spot that was available for a week, and then we fell in love with the place, so we wanted to stay longer, and they said in order to stay longer you need to move. So we weren't gonna be like, no, we want to stay here, they're not here yet, or we're already here paying them. But
yeah, we're just letting you know that, because it is a pain, that's why we're trying to become more minimal, because once you get all of your stuff out and set up, you gotta move, and sometimes it's not fun, but we've only had to do that, we had to do that twice.
Twice, yeah.
And it was a process, especially when we first started out.
Yeah,
Campground.
The first campground we had to do it, and we had stuff still all over from the storage unit and everything, and we kind of had to move in like 30 minutes, I think it was. So it was a rather quick move.
So it's just something for you to keep in mind.
Along with being flexible, it means getting out of your comfort zone. For Thanksgiving, for us, we were planning to have ham and all the fixings here in the camper. Well, our neighbor said, why don't you come to the potluck? Well, the resort here, they put on a potluck for Thanksgiving. They provide the ham, turkey, and mashed potatoes, and everybody that comes brings a couple of dishes to share. Originally, I'm not that type of person that wants to go hang out with a bunch of people I don't know. However, we ended up doing it, partly to Michelle. She likes to be out and involved. But I don't regret it at all. It was an amazing time. We met some great people. However, we got some looks when we walked in.
Because they're all 50 plus, right?
Yeah, they're all a lot older than us. But it was an amazing time. We ended up staying there, talking to to two couples, until they started to pick up the tables and clean everything up. So we had a great time, met some great people, and had some great discussion. So, and getting out of your comfort zone and experiencing new things will help you learn new things. You learn from the people that have been doing this for a long time. The retirees that, stay in their trailer all winter. Granted, they stay probably in one place, but they have some great knowledge and great stories that they pass on. Hearing those stories and that kind of stuff helps you learn to improve yourself in your situation.
Definitely.
Or ourselves in our situation. You learn so many tips and tricks and ideas on how to do things. Whether you go help your neighbor whose heater's broken, it may not be the same kind of heater that you have, but down the line it may trigger something when you do have a problem with your heater. So, just hearing those stories and seeing that kind of stuff and talking to people and experiencing things and meeting new people has been...
Yeah, you might be able to save some money too. Money saving tips by talking to others.
Yep. And one thing that a lot of people continuously do is they trade stuff. If you're getting rid of something, this campground has a free table where if you're cleaning out your camper, you can go put decent things on the table and then
pass it on to somebody else. So one man's trash is another man's treasure. So yep.
Being involved with a community like this, the learning process is really nice. And our last point, and the most important point, is, since this is a learning video, is learn from others. Whether it's meeting these people and then going to see their trailer, taking tours of their trailers, seeing how they store things, seeing how they cook things, seeing how they dispose of things. Whether you thought of your way and only your way, and then you see something and you're like, hey, that would work in our trailer. Or hey, that wouldn't work because we have a totally different setup. or hey, we love their setup, how can we accomplish that? You know, I think you learn so much, whether it's a newbie you're learning from that, you know, just started out, or somebody that's been living in their trailer traveling for 5+ years. And those are our neighbors that we have right now. We've talked to them and we've learned a lot from both of them. I mean, this experience here at this resort has been a lifesaver, I would say. So part of the reason we chose this learning title for this video is because we've learned a lot here, as we've said quite a few times. So we're kind of making a 3-part series for these next 3 videos. So today was how we've learned and how learning from others will benefit you in your future in this lifestyle. Could. You know, you have to be open to it. If you don't want to learn from others and you want to do it your own way, that's perfectly fine. You will succeed if you have that drive to succeed. But you know, we like learning from other people and getting ideas and seeing their view on how RV living is. Yeah, and it's you make these friendships that will hopefully last for a while, and as you change things and you grow, you share that with those people you learned it from. So Blake and I know that we enjoy this lifestyle immensely, wouldn't you say? Would you agree, honey? I'd agree. So that being said, sorry I keep saying so, but that being said, we want to continue learning and we want to continue growing, whether that be from other people or just learning on our own. So just to recap, make sure you learn as much as you can, especially for the newbies. Learn, learn, learn. Learn from your neighbors if you want to, learn from others, learn from videos, learn from whatever way you want to, because it will help you in the long run. Look at others, see how others have their setup, figure out what works best for you, and keep on striving to be the best you. The best you. And finding your inner happiness. Definitely. Okay. So sorry to cut this video so short. We got 5 days left here to enjoy, and we have a lot of things to do, some places to see before we hit the road. But stay tuned for the next couple of videos because we're going to be talking about some changes coming up in our life. Alright, talk to you guys later. You sure we can't have it any closer? You ready finally? Yeah. We've learned so much in so many different ways, and so if you're new to this lifestyle, maybe you'll get a few ideas for how you can learn some new tips and new ways to do things. So that's 7 minutes. You need to learn how to calm down. Seriously. So if you're new to this lifestyle, hopefully you get a few ideas. And if you've been living full-time for a while, maybe it'll help you rethink some things. Okay. Rethink some things? Yeah. Listen. No, I got it. If you've been full-timing for a while, maybe it'll help you reevaluate some things. That's you. What? So I think the first thing that we're still learning in this lifestyle is to still slow down. I think we are... Well, plan your route, plan your stops, and just... Michelle's eyes are like, what are you talking about? So one thing we're going to try to do is possibly boondock, but you know, find out and do your research and plan ahead. I don't know why you brought boondocking. You didn't elaborate on it. I don't know. Okay. You can cut that part out. No, I'm not going to cut that part out. But you know, figure out what works best for you and learn from your experiences as you go through and you get more time under your belt.